What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Bundesliga career mode. It is episode number 32. Today we are returning with, you know what time it is, man. Double S sluggy season, yep, starting today. We'll have match days 1, 2 and 3 of the Champions League group stage, kicking off with the Glasgow side, Rangers at home. We'll have more big games in the Bundesliga, 3 draws in our first 4 games, but Wolfsburg right now off to the best start this season. And we'll have the DFP-Pokal second round at home against the 2 Liga side, Braunschweig, aiming to reclaim our cup that of course we surrendered last year. And I think I'll try and finish around here, I'd say Stuttgart or Benfica, or maybe even possibly at Leverkusen game, because that'd be a massive one. Anyway, we'll see what we can do. First game is indeed going to be Rangers at home. First game of the Champions League group stage. Last year topped our Champions League group, on the way to being knocked out in the last 16 by AC Milan. This year, with the group we got, Monaco once again, Rangers, and also Benfica. I feel confident topping it once more. Let's make sure we start with the 3 points. Come on, Carl. Rangers are statistically the weakest side in the group at 4-star, but don't be fooled, man. This is a good team. They've got Nicholas Raskin. They've got Sutar in the back line collecting the ball there. They've got Bernabé. They've got Facundo Torres. What a ball that is out wide. Wow. Wow. Oh, I'd love if I can get a goal from this. Oh, hands God, just wide the post. Dragusin in the back line. Yeah, it's a decent team. It's a decent team. Whilst I was confident when the groups were drawn, don't think it's going to be a formality we finish top with 6 wins out of 6. Absolutely not. We need to be at our best. We want to start off with the 3 points on match day 1 as well. It's a nice clip ball over the top now. Oh, what a turn. Out comes Schwab's. Got to get there, doesn't. And the finish by Edwards finds the far corner. Rangers are in front with 18 to go. Man, oh man, oh man. That is not the start we wanted. But you know what? If you've watched me for a while, you'll know this. For some reason, I do often lose the opening games in a European group. I can't put my finger on why, but I often underperform and come up short on match day 1. Maybe it's complacency, thinking too far ahead of myself, believing I've still got 5 more games to go and I can still turn it around. But once again, my poor record in European group openers continues. A 0-0 loss at home against statistically the weakest side in the group. Yep, not exactly how you want to start out, is it? Still, we often say it, if you've had a loss, you just got to pick yourself up, learn those lessons, and move on to the next one. Following game, Borussia Dortmund away. Massive clash, try and bounce back on here after our first loss of the season. Let's get the win. Come on, come. This is an amazing Dortmund side as well, man. Federico Chiesa, Gregor Kobel is still there, now 90 overall. Frenkie de Jong. Oh, what a wonderful goal. That's going to be. No, Maxime off the post. Wonderful move, but just couldn't finish it. The Doc special. As Ansgaard does well. Can he slide it in? Simons will get another go. And this time, he squeezes it in between the posts to give us the opener. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Man, Max, his 3rd goal of the year already, man. He's off to a flyer this season. So second half underway, still leading by 1. Haven't really been pressured much, but we saw in that game there against Rangers, we were doing all right, and then bang, a late one saw us come up short. I'll keep going, Asgar. Burkhardt, this is coming to you. Hold your run. Good block, and oh, it's a very lucky goal. Very, very lucky goal, but we will take it. Jan Tillman capitalises on the ricochet, and Cole go 2 up at this signal at Duna Park. And this is how we need to bounce back, man. This is what we've got to do. If we want to win this championship, if we've had a loss, we've got to bounce back in the following game. This is what I want to see from Tillman as well. There's Martel, gives it away. Oh, and that finish goes just off target from... Is that Marcus Edwards there? I think it was. We need Tillman to get us more goals in the league, man. Seriously, because we've talked about him being possibly our second most important offensive piece, and so on the rare games where Burkhardt's not scoring, I need Jan to say, bro, don't worry about it, I got you. But right now, talking about second best offensive pieces, oh, I forgot about this dude, Maxime Simons. It's 4 in 6. Man, Max is just on one. He said, it's on the assist title. I want the golden boot. Well, when you talk about picking up the slack and responding to loss, this is how you do it. I think it's going to be our first win at the Signal Iduna Park in the entire save. I don't think we've won it before. Certainly not by this margin, at least. But we have just absolutely dominated out. They've got a free kick right on the edge. Tillman, as we know, has got 1. Scored in the Super Cup. And I'd love if I can get my second to save right here. Oh, yeah. Second of the year. Jan Tillman from the free kick. And I don't want to jinx it, but I do think I am getting slightly better at free kicks. It's 4 for Cole, and this has been probably the best bounce back I've had. Guys, come on, seriously. I'm sick of these lackluster crowd reactions, by the way. I think this has been my best bounce back win of the entirety of FC. Disappointing match day 1 loss to Rangers in the Champions League group at home. How do we respond? We go to Dortmund, this year's CL finalists in real life, and play them off the park with what will most likely end up being a 4-0 scoreline. What a goal. And if you know, how do you get up from an all-time low? Oh man, what a win. What a win. Yep, awful loss there to Rangers. And probably, again, the best response I've had in the entirety of UFC 24. Dortmund will be a title rival for us this year, no doubt about that. And we've just destroyed them in their own backyard. That is probably winner to save. That was unbelievably impressive. Thing is though, where are the fans? Why have half our away fans left? Are you kidding me? Guys, come on. We sneaking out early for? We won by 4, not lost by 4, but this free kick though. Oh yeah, I could watch this and granted it's right on the line. It's 18 yards, but come on, that reaction. And so just before we play the DFP-Pokal second round at home to Braunschweig, we see that Alphonso Davies' position change is ready to be completed, and whilst he's off to a fantastic start at left back, I do, oh wow, okay, definitely the right call, and I do see his future being on the right hand side or possibly on the left hand side. Just further forward, he's growing 2 ratings because of that position change. He's now got a medium defensive work rate instead of low, and I'll try and get it to high as well. But this dude up to 89 overall, and he might become our first 90 rated player to say. I'll tell you right now, he's odds on to do that and could do it before the end of the season. Yeah, following game 2, Liga side Braunschweig at home in the DFB-Pokal second round. Last year surrendered our trophy by losing the semi to Bayern on penalties. This year, we want to try and get it back in the cabinet. Let's avoid the cup set tonight. Come on, Carl. I don't actually think this is going to be as one-sided as it might well have appeared pre-game. I've got a fully rotated side out there with no sharpness. As we know, sharpness has become like an important component of a player's performance, which I really like from EA, I must say. They added sharpness into the game, going back a few years now, but I must say, while sometimes it doesn't work the way it should, and it's a little inconsistent, I think it's really cool, because sharpness is a real thing. You know, it's a real thing. You know, of course, players like rest time, but there is always that kind of debate of rest over rust, if you will. You often see this debate in, for example, the NBA playoffs. You know, where teams, if they sweep a team and they're going to take on a team, I should say, that went to 7 games, for example. You know, what's preferable there? A team having all that rest time, or playing so frequently so they're sharp for the next game. Granted, Celtics didn't sweep the Heat, but they only lost 1 game. Whereas the Cavs went to 7, for example. As Cone gets his first goal for the club, makes it 1-0. But to me, I would always prefer rest over rust, if that makes sense. You know, I'd rather have those extra days in the calendar to breathe and take our time, as opposed to being gassed, but more sharp, if you will. Does that make sense? I'm not sure. Even so, Cone with the finish. And it is Cullen with the opener. Speaking of the playoffs, man, I'm loving it this year. It's been really good. The first round was fantastic. The Cavs and the Magic going 7 games. That was a class series. You know, the Timberwolves versus the Nuggets. I can't wait for game 3. I think that's coming tonight. I'm recording this on Friday afternoon. So I'm really excited for that. Who would have thought that Minnesota might go 3-0 up on the champs, man? Like, I know they were dark horses for the title, but I don't think many people would have thought they'd gone 3 up, especially with the first 2 games in Denver. And game 2 without Rudy Gobert. Man, what a performance that was. Yeah, the playoffs have been first class, man. Really enjoying it. Cavs just got one away at Boston last night as well. And as a European fan, I watched the highlights on Dawkins in the morning. Free Dawkins the GOAT, man. Free Dawkins the absolute GOAT. The highlights are ready for me in the morning. I always watch them when I'm having my breakfast. But playoffs have been sick this year. Might be an end of an era with Curry, LeBron and KD all going out in the first round, man. But the league's in good hands with the newer superstars emerging. And Anthony Edwards, man, what a baller. And speaking of rest over rust, yeah, I think it's rest 1, rust 0 in the series. As FC Köln come through with a comfortable 2-0 victory against the 2-Liga side of Braunschweig. Yeah, the backup brigade getting the job done. That's always such a huge boost as well when your B team can come in and get the job done for you, allowing your starters to play the more important games, most likely on the weekend. So, on the back of that, we shall see who we've got in the third round. And we'll be taking on, fingers crossed, another 2-Liga side. No, it looks like we need to do one more advance. And we'll be taking on, in the DFP-Pokal third round, Union Berlin. So, note a side who last year were brilliant. They were so close to finishing in the top 4, but in the end dropped it, I think, on the final day. So, yeah, a Europa League side. Anyway, Union Berlin at the Rhein Energy Stadium. Right, following game, newly promoted Mainz at home as we aim to extend our lead at the top of the table and go free clear for at least 24 hours. Come on, Cole. Yeah, Mainz winless to start the season off, back in the top tier as well, so it should be a banker. And you might have noticed pre-game, I have decided for the first time to go with... Okay, you back off, mate. You're going to be in trouble. With, Maxime is on absolute flames. Alfonso starting as an inside forward on the right, and Derek will take his place at left back. But forget the chat about Alfonso Davies and the fullback dilemma. This dude right now is just absolutely dominating. It is 5 for this. Is it 5? 5 for the season for Maxime Simons. Yeah, he said, screw the assist title. I've already won it 3 times in the past 4 years. I want the golden boot. 5 in 6. Oh, careful, careful, careful. Oh, Schwab, what a save. Tips it onto the post. And I thought for sure that was creeping in. What a stop there by the senior. Oh, go on, Alfonso. This is why we put him at right mid. Look at the space and the pace this guy's got. Ball through. Johnny Burkhardt. Oh, you know, I want to get him another one instead. I'll have to get it to Tillman instead, who'll get our second. What a turn of events. Could have gone back to level terms. Great stop by Schwab on one end, and then Tillman on the other, saying, yeah, it's great how many new players we've brought over the years. We're a brilliant 5-star team now. But don't forget about the boys that were here that you inherited. Schwab on one end, Tillman on the other. Cone go 2-0 up. What was I thinking? Seriously. Considering letting Schwab leave on a free. Are you having a laugh, mate? This dude wins Golden Gloves like it's nothing. Honestly. Absolutely nothing. He's just that good. As he makes another save there to ensure we still have the clean sheet locked up for now. Whole half to play, of course, but Mainz, to be fair to them, have given us a problem. And I love that as well, when you're taking on like a really weaker side than yours, but they go and fight, you know. Stop being defensive and playing damage limitation from the first whistle. No, come at me. I want the challenge. I want the smoke. I give Mainz credit for that, honestly. It's like... What's a good example? So, for, you know, like when they, what you call like a minnow in the Euros qualifying, for example, takes on like a European powerhouse. So, as England, I swear, every other European qualifying group, we always seem to get San Marino. You know, and San Marino is statistically the worst FIFA side, or European side, I think it is. As Schwab makes another brilliant save there. And when they come to Wembley and everyone thinks, oh, it'll be a laugh, you know, we're taking on literal plumbers and accountants, you know, it's like, come at them. Like, go at England. I want to see you attack, you know, seriously. And I know it opens you up to possibly getting beaten by an even larger scoreline, but you don't learn anything by just accepting a loss and receding into yourself. Might have gone 3-0 down. The second and third goals could have been avoided had they just put 10 men behind the ball. But what you're learning if you do that, you're not learning anything really. So go and attack. If you are the underdog, if you are expected to lose, go and fight. You know, learn something, gain some experience. And that is going to do it. Very comfortable win in the end. But again, it might not have been had Schwab not made a couple of great saves either side of the break as well. And that is what I respect a lot more, man. Going at a team, even when you are a big underdog. They might not get any points, but they certainly earned some plaudits for that. And some invaluable experience as well. With a big 3-0 win, and we go free clear at the top of the table for at least 24 hours ahead of match day 2 in the Champions League group. Right, following game, and this is a massive one, possibly the biggest game of the season thus far, as we travel to the south of France to take on Monaco in match day 2 of the Champions League group stage. Lost the group opener excellent whilst they beat Benfica. So already just 2 games in, we cannot afford to lose. Otherwise, a third of the group in, we'll already be feeling as though the mountain will be too big to climb to overcome the deficit. Huge clash here. Simply can't afford to lose. It will be massive, but got to make sure we don't have back-to-back losses in Europe. Come on, Calm. Also, just in case you can hear it, I've turned my fan on. And I've got it a little far away from my desk to make sure it's not blowing right into the mic. But yeah, hopefully it's not too loud. It's getting hot, man. It's getting hot. But finally, we've been waiting a long time for this. It's almost mid-May now, and finally the sunshine is beginning to come out. The weather is beginning to get a little bit warmer. It's a month to go until the Euros. It's almost that beer garden weather, man. I'm buzzing for it. Cannot wait. And yeah, finally, about time. About time. But it does mean that when I've got to record, it's like super, super hot. Oh, that fan is going to get the dust blown off. Off the crossbar by Balogun. Still 0-0. Lucky escape here. Oh, wonderful ball, Tillman. Ansgar runs onto it and says, "This is how you finish." Come on. A game we can't afford to lose. Almost win a goal down. Instead, go a goal up. Ansgar puts us in front. David back to Bisek. We shall keep hold of it. Well done. Well done. As we'll look for an opening in this Monaco team. And David's going to try and clip that. Oh, what a ball! Oh, Tillman, what a miss. This is why I signed David. His crossing is phenomenal. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant ball into the middle. And Tillman just couldn't hit the target. If he does so, that's probably 2-0. Yeah, going forward, David Raum is going to be a problem. Yes, I'm slightly concerned. Oh, well, what a touch. Yes, I'm slightly concerned about the... thought I played that brilliantly. Low defensive work rate. But other than that, going forward, he's going to cause some issues, man. But speaking of causing issues, just hit the bar earlier. Wasn't prepared to miss again. Following Balogun makes it 1-1. Excellent finish. And Monaco back on level terms. This is a massive game. Again, I would say this is the biggest game of the season thus far. 24 minutes. Still tied at 1-1. As things stand, it's DJ. What a touch. Keep going. What a ball! Ansgar! 2 in the same night for Nauf. And Cole restored the lead. Massive, massive goal in the group stage. So we've just had an injury. Cone off the bench. Hobble him after being taken down. Well done, Justin. And just give it back Schwab. There we go. And... I think that'll probably be a bruise, but that's a shame now, because I like the look of this kid. I like the look of him. Oh, this will do it. Justin, for the dagger. Game over. Justin's first of the year. And FC Cologne come to Monaco and win big on match day 2. Simply could not afford to lose this game tonight. A draw would have been a devastating result, but a win was what we needed, and a win is what we're going to get. I'll let you know how bad Cohn's injury is post-game. Hopefully not a bad one, because I like the look of him, I must say. But most importantly, we come to Monaco and we leave with the 3 points. Our first win in Europe this season, and a much needed one. A third of the way through the group to put right that wrong on match day 1. That's a huge victory there. Right, let's keep the winning run going. Following game, back-to-back in the Bundesliga, Union Berlin away, heading into this game back to second place with Bayern off to a blistering start this season. In order to reclaim top spot, need to win this one here. Let's get it done. Come on, Cole. So corner for Cone. Tillman to take. And as we're still tied at 0-0 here. And Grabara fumbles that. Johnny Burkhart couldn't get a shot away, but I think the ref's given a penalty as Burkhart goes down. And he went for the shot. The foul came in through Resilon trying to clear it. And you know, this is a case of karma, because how many times do you guys see this happen to me when I'm trying to clear or trying to block a shot and the follow-through catches the man who's going for it? I often say, to me, I can see why it's given as a penalty, but it's always so frustrating when it happens. It's very rare the shoes on the other foot, but this time it is, and I'm giving this to Burkhart because he needs a goal, man. This is match day 7. I still haven't got him a goal yet this season. Johnny won the penalty, scores the penalty, and boos ring around Berlin as the hosts go a goal down for a controversial spot kick. Johnny's first of the year though. Yeah, how many times do you hear me talk about this? You know, you'll see me give away a penalty where I'm trying to block a shot and the follow through catches the man. And I'm like, oh, come on, you know what I'm trying to do there. I'm not trying to, you know, it's just an accidental collision. I'm just trying to block it. You know, that's the shoe on the other foot for the first time. It was, oh, Schwab makes a really good save there to turn it behind for a corner. Shoe on the other foot. And Cole capitalised through the spot kick. And hopefully now, as Davis wins that header, that can be the start of a run of goals for Johnny Burkhart. It's taken him 7 games to get one this year. Come on, mate. You're my top scorer last year. I need you to get more. One thing I will say, to give some credit to EA, is that I do think they've really worked hard on the crowd over the years. And don't get me wrong, there's still a long way to go in making it even more realistic. Lovely first time offload by Maxime, and Leandro clips it off the post. There's still a long way to go to make it super realistic and super immersive, but it has gotten better now. There's never been more club chants, if you will. It does become a lot more, what's the word here, sort of like smooth in terms of the flow of the crowd when there's a turnover and a counter and a change in possession and so on. It's become a lot smoother. But the more realistic it becomes, the better, man. You know, say this all the time, for EA, making the game as immersive as possible is, in my opinion, the #1 thing they should be working on. And, of course, fixing the bugs as well, don't get me wrong. But before we think about online career mode, which I would absolutely love, before we think about all these big changes and big things, Alphonso Davies turns on the afterburners, meep, goes through one-on-one, and should have made it free. The more immersive, the more you feel like you're in the game, if you will, the better it is. Tillman's cross cleared, and we still lead by 2, as Bisek's shot is blocked and cleared as well. Anderson wins it back. And we'll just keep hold of it, 17 to go. This game looks as though it's done. We've only conceded 1 goal in our first 6 games. And I must admit, another clean sheet here would be mightily impressive. You know, I mentioned before, there's things that I haven't done. Oh, it's a wonderful move. Oh, what a goal. What a goal. What a goal. And Alphonso Davies gets his first in a Cologne shirt. That is a glorious move, and the coolest of finishes by our number 19. You know, I always say there's a lot of things that I have, well, there's still quite a lot of things I haven't done in a career mode. I don't think I've ever. This is a gorgeous move, and I love the little dummy there from Burkhart to allow it through to Davies as well. Hearing the shout from Alfonso behind him, and the finish is clean as well. I don't think I've ever had a league season where I've conceded fewer than 20 goals. Look, it's going to be a long way to go, but hold on to the clean sheet here, and that's only 1 in 7. It's an almost perfect start. And see it out we shall. Yep, some controversy regarding the awarding of the penalty for the first goal, but nothing controversial about the performance. Just very clinical and ruthless on the offensive end, and another defensive shutout as well. But again, where were the fans there? Why have half my fans left? I just praised DA for the way they've improved the crowd, but for things like that, it showcases there's still a long way to go. Why have half my fans gone? It's a great performance, guys. Stay and clap the ball. Where are you? What? More than half the fans have left. Why? Are you kidding me, guys? Come on now. Right, next up, a kind of new rival in the save here. Werder Bremen at the Rhein Energy Stadium. We've got a really mixed record against these guys, but of course we'll never forget our cup final win against them in Season 3. Facing them here, aim to stay top of the table and pull away as we're the Friday night kickoff here. Put the pressure on the chasing pack. Come on, Cole. Also the goalkeeper for Werder Bremen today, by the way. Leonard Werner, 83 overall new gen. I think, though, he's not a new gen. I think he's a regen. I think he's the Manuel Neuer regen. So, yeah, we'll see how he gets on today. I felt so bad for Neuer on Wednesday night, man. I really did, as Leandro heads away that corner. He had such a brilliant game. But it just goes to show you the degree of difficulty that comes with being a goalkeeper. You know, you can make save after save after save and consistently bail your teammates out. But one error, and that's what people will remember, you know. It felt so bad for the guy, I really did. Because he had a brilliant performance. Brilliant game. Some fantastic saves. But that one fumble from the, was it a Vinicius shot? Which he fumbled straight into the path of Joselu. And that sparked a comeback for Real Madrid. Anyway, 4-8 for Leandro. I love this guy. I love him. I signed him, you know, again. One of the reasons because I wanted to sign a Luxembourg international for the first time ever. But he's become like the unsung hero of this team. But I say he's unsung. I sing his praise every time he scores. He's averaging 1 goal in every 2 games from CM. He's been brilliant. This is a good question as well. But where does Manuel Neuer rank in the all-time greatest goalkeeper list ever? I mean, well, he's got to be up there. He's got to be up there very high. If he's not the number 1, he's certainly up there high, because you could say he helped reinvent the sweeper keeper role under Guardiola. I think a lot of people forget as well. Before he joined Bayern Munich, he was a problem. He was a problem for Schalke, man. I remember there was a Champions League semi where they took on Manchester United. And in the first leg in Gelsenkirchen, most people thought the Manchester United would win comfortably. They got off to a good start as well, and Neuer made some brilliant saves in the opening half an hour. I don't know whether I would have him as my number 1 all time. I'd have to sit and think about it. But he's certainly up there, and it's certainly a debate worth considering. So once again, not a great game, but another clean sheet for FC Köln. 1 conceded in our first 9 in the league. Well, I often use this phrase, if not now, then when? This might be the best chance I've ever had to have a season where I concede less than 20 goals in a league campaign. Off to a flyer defensively this year. This guy's off to a flyer on the offensive end. 4-8. I can't get over that from CM, man. He's balling. Right, let's do 2 or 3 more games, and starting off with this run here, we've got Benfica in match day 3 of the Champions League group stage. Massive game with all teams on 3 points after 2 contests. Something's got to give tonight, surely, as we aim for a big 3 points in Cologne. Let's go get it. Come on, Carl. It's a free ball. Oh, brilliant. And Schwab makes the save. Just about recovered in time to get across with DJ and prevent a clearer-sighted goal. That's a smart save by Schwab regardless, as that corner is dangerous and cleared off the line by Leandro. One Benfica player put his hand up thinking that across the line, but nowadays we know for sure if it has or hasn't due to that buzzer on the watch. Oh, that's a great first touch by Beste. That's to come inside. Cracking ball. Ansgar. Ah, terrible. And Benfica clear. 18 minutes in, the visitors so close to going a goal up here tonight. Again, this is a massive game. Neither side can afford to lose. That's a nice ball through that. Shot from range, and again Schwab does well, as we can't prevent the corner with Anderson. Still deadlocked at 0-0, but half an hour in. This is Benfica coming to West Germany and saying we are going for a massive 3 points tonight, knowing you'll still have to come to our place in Lisbon. This is huge. Absolutely huge. The draw's not terrible, which can't afford to lose. Best day to Justin. In the team for Burkhardt, who struggled this year. Thielmann just couldn't get a shot away. Free kick for Benfica. Whipped in by Mike Trezor. Eric does well to win it. And we shall get it away with... Oopsie daisy. Oh, I thought that went in. Net was rippling after Tengstet's strike. And it must have just gone wide. Then hit the advertising hoarding and went behind the goal. Still 0-0, but I must say, right now I'm thinking, let's just see out the point. Like, just see out the point, Doxy boy. Because this is going to be a really tough second half here. Benfica got a bit between their teeth. They've come here to West Germany and thought, no, we don't just want to draw. We want to get a massive win. And they've got themselves deservedly in front. Meyer on the turn and the finish past Schwab. And finally, Benfica take what is a fully deserved lead. Leandro to Ansgar. We've got 21 minutes to go, but I've got to be honest, this is just not been my night tonight. I've not been on it at all. Justin's done brilliantly well there. Gets away from Wan-Bissaka. Trying to feed it through to Ansgar. Couldn't do so. The ex-Manchester United and Crystal Palace man read it well. DJ's been turned inside out. It's 2. DJ absolutely turned inside out, and Benfica take a 2-goal lead. Tengstet doubles it, and the Portuguese side are taking a massive win home with them to Lisbon. I've just not been on it. And so, on the back of that loss, we simply need to pick ourselves up and do better in the next one. A return to winning ways away in Stuttgart. Yeah, we'll take them on right now. 2 points behind the league leaders Bayern, but this is our game in hand. Still undefeated, but the only way we return to top spot is with 3 points here. Let's bounce back with a dub. Come on, Calm. Barrera Martins to Burkhardt. I must say, I know he didn't play... Go on, Alfonso. Easy money. Yes! on Wednesday night, but I need Johnny to get going, man. Literally, one goal so far this season. That's not going to cut it. But this guy right now, looking like a heck of a signing coming in the summer. That's his second goal of the season to go along with, I think, 1 assist as well, and take into that right midfield position like a fish to water. Okay, all right, in front. And we said this earlier today. When you've had a loss, just don't dwell on it. Take the lesson, learn from those mistakes, and pick it up in the next one. Schwab, quick throw to Jan. Keeps it in play. There's Leandro. There's Simons. Oh, lovely turn. And this could be 2. Burkhardt, you got a little bit of room. Might have to take this on early though. And doesn't. Oh, brilliant save by Odysseus. Tipping it onto the post. As we're still leading by 1. But looking for that second goal. And we might get it here. Well hustled that from Maxime. Was that Maxime that won it back? I think it was. But it's Burkhardt with the vision. There we go. There we go. Johnny Burkhardt with another one. He's got to get going. He's got to get on a consistent run. Davis into him. Gets it out of his feet and levels it in for his second in the league this season. Here we go. Here we go. Back to winning ways here. And I want another clean sheet as well, man. Don't forget about the defensive record. We're going for it. So as you guys know, I'm a bit of a stats nerd. Just look this up. Fewest goals conceded in a single Bundesliga season. I think you know who the team is. I think you know what team said it. Bayern Munich, of course, back in 2013. 17 goals. 17 goals conceded in 34 games. Phenomenal record. Averaging only 1 conceded every 2 games. And that is the record we'll be looking to beat this year. As things stand, we're on course to do it. But of course, a very, very long way to go. And I don't think I've ever set a defensive record in the Bundesliga like that. I know I've never done it in the Premier League, but this just goes to show you how phenomenal that Chelsea record is. I've talked about this before. 15 goals conceded in 38 league games. You know, that is a record I think may well end up standing the test of time. It's incredible. As Leandro wins it back and Kevin is sent through, and this might be his first of the year to get us to 3rd, and that is going to do it. Well, hopefully we'll grind out the clean sheet here for another game where we fail to concede, but we're certainly bouncing back with a win here, just like we did against Dortmund after our defeat to Rangers. How do you respond from a disappointing loss in Europe? Getting it done on the weekend in the league. Big 3-0 win away. And as we see Vinicius, now 94 overall, win the Ballon d'Or. Deservedly so with those sort of stats, man. Joint highest rated player in the game, I believe now. And with stats like that, my word, I can see why. Right, following game, make this our final one today. Union Berlin in the last 16 of the DFP-Pokal. Aim to make it through to the quarterfinals for the first straight year in a row as we look to reclaim the trophy we lost last season. Let's make it through to the last 8. Come on, Carl. I've got one of my strongest possible lineups out there for this game as well, because this is a good Union Berlin side, man. Very good indeed. You've got Robin Gosens, João Pedro, Curtis Jones, Lucas Tossart. Now let's take the corner. That came off Robin. And yeah, I'm not taking any chances here. Not one bit, man. We've got to get through to the quarters tonight. Oh, his Vanderson heads over. We saw how disappointed the board were with us last season, getting knocked out of the cup in the semi-final. They won't be happy if the following year, if we get knocked out in the last 16 at home. Granted, against a strong opponent, but yeah, we've got to make it through tonight. Free kick for FC Köln. Jan Tillman picks it up, and he's already got 2 in the same season. That's unbelievable, man. This can't be Docks playing 2 free kicks in the same season. You're having a laugh, mate. How's he done that? He must be letting someone else play, and then oh, he'll do the audio because Docks can't be taking free kicks like this. Come on now. I'm getting better, and I don't want to jinx it, but I'm getting better. Good save there, keeps it at 0. No! We're from the corner. Vanderson heads home to Tillman delivery. FC Köln in front. It's the Brazilian second of the year, and we draw first blood in the cup. Half an hour to go, get a second goal, and that will do it. Max's delivery. Vanderson, also a carbon copy. It'll drop to Leandro. And Jan Nicholas trying to get a shot away. Still does. Oh, it's gone in! Jan Nicholas! What a belter. And his first year, I think, is seeing us through. Well, the first shot was blocked. There was such little space to get a shot away. I think it just surprised the keeper because I just thought, can I get a shot away there with the man right on his toes? The answer is yes, and it rips past him and into the far corner. 2-0, and I think that's doing it. We are into the quarters for the third successive year in a row. Yeah, I didn't want to take chances tonight with this really good Union Berlin side, and in the end, we'll wrap it up with a third in stoppage time. Justin gets his second, I think, this year, but our third on the night, and that will do it. In the end, a comfortable route into the quarterfinals, but if we picked a weaker side than that, it would not have been as one-sided as it was, no doubt about that. But job done, into the quarterfinals, and let's see who we'll be taking on in the last 8. Skip the press conference, we'll jump right into it, and that's how we'll close out today's episode ahead of that host of Bayer Leverkusen on the weekend. So fingers crossed, a favourable draw, want to remain at home if possible. DFB-Pokal quarterfinal pits us against Borussia Mönchengladbach. Only one second-tier side remaining. That's Schalke. But we'll take on our West German rivals, who we always have a great contest against. But that'll do it for today's episode of the Bundesliga Career, guys. So big fan you watched it, enjoyed it. And if you had, then please do drop a like. So you'll have a fantastic day. And the next episode is going to be massive. We'll have match days 4, 5, and 6 of that Champions League group stage. Right now, bottom of the group and in serious trouble with half the group to go. And more big games in the Bundesliga as we get through to the January transfer window and the winter break. Still top and still undefeated of only 1 goal conceded in 9. Yep, not doing it in Europe right now, but at least domestically it's all smiles for FC Cologne. Let's continue that in the next one. Have a great day, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode of the Bundesliga Career Mode very soon.